NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
First and 10, Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw is Bridgewater. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Christian
McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Back at the 42.
Third and long for Bridgewater. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. There he goes, right side. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Well, it was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
For Carolina.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
On the return, the Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Back to it after the pick six. Bridgewater. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34.
34 yards.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3.
33-yard line.
From the gun, Bridgewater. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
A gain of 9 yards. First down.
Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. But fortunately, a Panther was able to get on this, so Carolina keeps the ball.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 14-yard line.
That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers.
Complete to number 11, Robbie
Anderson.
Touchdown.
There to make the grab. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Joey Slye to kick off for Carolina.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Mike 56, Mike 56. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the Panthers' 45-yard line.
McCaffrey on the counter, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Play fake. Bridgewater. He's going to air one out for Anderson. That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers. Robbie Anderson, 34 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, this is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey.
Bridgewater's pass.
Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
A 7-yard gain on the play.
They're going option play on 3rd down. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. He's able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
1st down, Panthers.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. McCaffrey. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
At the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
The ball carrier.
2 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 6. And a Panther 1st down.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. K1 short, pushing through there to make the play defensively. Here's McCaffrey. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
7th play in this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Bridgewater now. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Bridgewater. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thomas. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards the pickup there.
2nd and 3 at the 13-yard line.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And his guys have got him back at the closing stages of the first half.
Pass intercepted. The Panthers take over 1st and 10.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
Joey Slye to kick off for Carolina.
The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Check 15, check 15. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Alert 3, alert
3. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Ram. Slam, slam, slam.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Bridgewater. And the pressure gets to him again.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response.
Right there, 54, right there.
Bridgewater now from the 50. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Pride. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away.
Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted
they
for the
third time. They should have put a stamp on me in the locker room.
Dante Jackson picks it, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-7.
Joey Sly to kick off for Carolina.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here first and 10 at about the 32. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Trey Boston. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Come on, QB, come on. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Hey, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here. Go, Delta.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of one there.
Third and 10.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Here's Bridgewater. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. Now Joey Sly and the Panthers field goal unit.
A 29-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10. at their own 24-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
This is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Bridgewater's pass intercepted. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina! Curtis Samuel, 41 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Panthers offense cashes in with 6. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Panthers 31, Panthers 7. Joey Sly to kick off for Carolina.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.